Have you ever felt an inexplicable emptiness in your chest? A sensation you just can't put into words, as if someone somewhere was thinking of you, missing you? Stay with me, because today we're going to uncover a secret that Carl Jung, the genius of deep psychology, left for us. A secret that will not only show you how someone can miss you without ever saying a word, but will also transform the way you see yourself and your relationships. This is not a cheap trick or a shallow guess. It's a journey into the human soul, into that place where silent emotions scream louder than words ever could. So take a deep breath, because what you are about to hear might change everything for you. Imagine this: you're sitting quietly, maybe staring out the window or scrolling through your phone, and suddenly, for no apparent reason, someone's face appears in your mind. It's not just any memory. It's not something you can explain logically. It's a spark, a feeling that runs through your body, as if an invisible thread connected you to that person. Has this ever happened to you? Have you ever felt that chill you just can't ignore? Carl Jung would say it's not a coincidence. He called it synchronicity, a phenomenon where the universe sends you signs through your unconscious, a bridge between what you feel and what is happening beyond your eyes. But before you think this is just a beautiful theory, let me ask you something. What do you do when you feel it? Do you dismiss it as madness? Or do you stop and ask yourself what your soul is trying to tell you? Jung believed that our unconscious is not just a warehouse of forgotten memories. It is a guide, a mirror that reflects not only what is inside us, but also what vibrates in the people around us. And when someone misses you without saying a word, even from thousands of miles away, this longing carries an energy, a frequency that your unconscious can pick up. Are you ready to learn how to listen to these signs? Because this isn't just about discovering whether someone misses you. It's about reconnecting with yourself. To understand this, think for a second. How many times have you felt that something doesn't fit in your life? Maybe you're in a relationship that looks perfect on Instagram, but when you're alone, there's an emptiness you can't explain. Or maybe someone left your life long ago, yet their presence still shows up in your dreams. In these silent moments when your mind wanders, Jung taught us that the unconscious does not lie. It doesn't stay quiet out of politeness or hide behind social masks. It speaks in the language of symbols, emotions, and sensations, messages that are sometimes hard to decipher, but that always point to the truth. Now here comes the important part. When someone misses you, they won't always tell you. There are people who hide their feelings as if they were buried treasure, whether out of pride, fear, or because they aren't even fully aware of what they feel. But that doesn't mean their soul is silent. Jung would say that their unconscious is sending waves, messages that travel beyond words, and your own unconscious, if you are attentive, can capture them. Have you ever had a feeling about someone and later found out you were right? That I don't know why, but I felt something was happening. That's not magic. It's your psyche working, connecting to something greater. Let's pause here. I want you to think of someone specific. Yes, you're listening right now. Close your eyes for a moment if you can, or just imagine this person who has been wandering through your thoughts lately. Who is it? An ex? A distant friend? Someone you love but who doesn't give you clear signs? Hold that image in your mind, because we're going to use Jung's ideas to decipher whether this person misses you without ever saying it. But don't worry, we're not going to stay on the surface. This goes much deeper. We will explore how your self-love and your connection with yourself are the key to understanding these signs. You see, Jung didn't just talk about relationships between people. He spoke about the most important relationship of all, the one you have with yourself. He believed that you cannot truly understand others if you don't first understand yourself. If you are disconnected from your inner self, if you ignore that voice that whispers when something isn't right, how can you expect to pick up the subtle signals from someone else? Imagine your soul is like an antenna. If it's full of interference, doubts, fears, insecurities, you won't be able to tune into the frequency of what others feel for you. But when you clear that antenna, when you give yourself the time to listen, to love yourself, to honor your truth, something magical happens. You start to perceive the world in a completely new way. So here comes an uncomfortable but powerful truth. If you want to know whether someone misses you, first you need to ask yourself, how do you feel about that person? Do you miss them? Do you feel a void when you think of them? Because Jung tells us that our emotions do not exist in a vacuum. They are part of a constant dialogue between our conscious and unconscious minds, and sometimes even between our unconscious and that of another person. If you feel this longing, this nostalgia, it may be a reflection of what this person feels for you. Sounds crazy. Stay with me, because soon I'll give you clear signs based on Jung's ideas so you can discover it for yourself. But first, let me tell you something personal. Some time ago, I asked myself these same questions. There was someone in my life who had left, someone who had created a hole I couldn't fill with distractions or excuses. One night, while I was alone, I felt this person's presence. It wasn't logical. There were no messages, no calls, but my heart was racing, as if it knew something my mind couldn't yet understand. In researching Jung, I discovered that this wasn't fantasy. It was my unconscious picking up on something real. And when I finally confirmed that this person truly missed me, I realized I wasn't crazy, I was connected. Has this ever happened to you? Have you ever felt someone's presence before you had any confirmation? That's exactly what Jung invites you to explore. So how do we know if someone misses us without them saying a word? The answer lies in the clues left by the unconscious, both ours and theirs. Jung said the human soul is like a deep ocean, full of currents we cannot see but can feel. And when someone truly misses you, even without realizing it, their unconscious sends out waves, signs you can learn to recognize. In the first part, we talked about synchronicity, the unconscious, and the importance of being in tune with yourself. But now, we're going to dive deeper. In the next section, I'll give you the first specific signs for you to start decoding this. So don't go anywhere. This is just beginning. And what's coming next will leave you thinking about it all week. Good, you're back. Now let's dive right into the heart of this mystery. How can you know if someone misses you without saying it? Using the tools Carl Jung left us? If in the first part I made you think about the invisible connection between you and others, now we are going to sharpen your senses, because your unconscious is trying to talk to you. And it doesn't always use beautiful words or clear messages. So make yourself comfortable, take a deep breath, and get ready to look beyond the obvious. Are you ready to discover the signs that your soul already knows, but your mind hasn't yet accepted? First, let's talk about dreams. Yes, those strange journeys you take every night when you close your eyes. Jung saw dreams as the main doorway into the unconscious, a place where your psyche shows you what's happening beneath the surface. Have you ever dreamt of the person who's been on your mind? I'm not talking about just any dream, but one that leaves you with a strange feeling when you wake up, as if you had truly been with them. Maybe you were talking, laughing, even arguing, but when you opened your eyes, something from that dream stayed with you. If this has happened to you, know that according to Jung, these dreams aren't just random fantasies, they are messages. When someone misses you, their energy can seep into your dreams. It's not that they are literally projecting themselves into your mind, although Jung did not completely dismiss that because of his idea of the collective unconscious, but rather that your psyche is picking up an echo of what they feel. Ask yourself, what were you feeling in that dream? Was it warmth, nostalgia, maybe a bit of sadness? Because those emotions are not accidental. They are clues. If you dream about someone repeatedly, especially if you haven't spoken to them in a long time, your unconscious might be trying to tell you, hey, there's something here you're not seeing. So next time you wake up with their name in your mind, don't ignore it. Write it down, reflect on it, and ask yourself, what is my soul trying to tell me? But not everything happens in dreams. Sometimes the signs come when you're wide awake. Have you ever been doing something completely ordinary? Washing dishes, walking down the street, and then suddenly felt a shiver, not in your stomach, or a sudden thought like, I wonder what he's doing right now. It's not just your imagination playing tricks on you. Jung would say it's your intuition, that internal compass that picks up on things your conscious mind can't process. And when someone misses you, their unconscious sends out a kind of signal, a call that your own unconscious can intercept, like two radio stations tuning into the same frequency. Pause for a moment. Think about the last time you had one of those feelings. Where were you? What were you doing? And who came to your mind? Because this isn't a guessing game. It's your psyche giving you a hint. And here's an important detail. It's not always a pleasant feeling. Sometimes, when someone misses you, you may feel a mixture of emotions, joy, anxiety, even anger, because the unconscious doesn't filter emotions the way your rational mind does. So if you feel this emotional whirlwind without any apparent reason, don't dismiss it. It could be someone's soul reaching out for yours. Now let's talk about something Jung called projection. This is key, so pay close attention. According to him, what we feel for others is often a reflection of what we carry inside ourselves. If you miss someone, if you feel that emptiness when you think about them, don't you think they could be feeling the same about you? Imagine this, you're sitting there, remembering a happy moment with this person, maybe a shared laugh, a hug you never wanted to end, and suddenly, nostalgia hits you. And what if, at that exact moment, they are feeling the same? Would you say that's just a coincidence? It's a dance between two unconscious minds that recognize each other even if no words are ever spoken. Let me ask you a direct question. Do you miss this person that's on your mind? Be honest with yourself, because if the answer is yes, there's a good chance that feeling is mutual. I'm not saying it's always the case. We'll talk about how to confirm it later. But Jung teaches us that our emotions are not one-sided. They are part of a connected system, an invisible exchange happening all the time. So if you feel that emptiness, if your heart tightens when you think of them, it could be a sign that their heart is doing the same. But hold on, not everything is about vague feelings and strange dreams. There are more concrete signs, and Jung gives us the tools to recognize them. For example, have you noticed that this person's name pops up in the most unexpected places? Maybe you're watching a movie and a character says something that reminds you of them, or you hear a song you used to sing together and suddenly it feels like the universe is winking at you. That's synchronicity, my friend. Jung described it as meaningful coincidences, events that seem casual but actually carry a deeper purpose. And when someone misses you, the universe sometimes conspires to place these clues along your path. Let's do a quick exercise. Think about the past 2 weeks. How many times have you stumbled across something that reminded you of that person, a phrase, a scent, a place? Count those moments in your mind. If it's more times than you expected, it's not just your mind playing tricks on you. It's the collective unconscious. That invisible network Jung said connects all of humanity, sending messages to you. And yes, it might sound mystical, but Jung wasn't a charlatan. He was a scientist of the soul, someone who spent his life exploring these connections. Now here's something you might not want to hear. It's not always pretty to know that someone misses you. Sometimes the person who has you in their mind is not someone you want around. Maybe it's an ex who hurt you, or a friend who betrayed you. And yet, you still feel that energy, that presence you can't shake off. What do you do with that? Jung would say it's not just about them, it's about you. That feeling is an invitation to look at your shadow, the part of you that holds your fears, wounds, and the things you'd rather not see. Because when someone misses you, they're not just sending you their energy. They are touching something inside you that needs attention. Think of it like this. If that person misses you and you can feel it, but you don't want them in your life, what does that tell you about yourself? Are you holding on to something that no longer serves you? Or maybe there's a part of you that needs to heal before you can finally let go of that invisible thread. Jung invites us not only to search for signs, but to use them to grow, to love ourselves more, to protect our energy. Because your peace, your happiness, your self-love, they are sacred, and no one, not even someone silently missing you, has the right to take that. away from you. And so in this second part, we explored dreams, intuition, projection, and synchronicity as ways to know if someone misses you. But we're not done yet. In the next section, we're going to take it even further. How can you tell if this feeling of missing someone is real or just an echo of your own desires? And what should you do with that information? This is getting intense, right? Don't go anywhere, because what's coming next will give you a clarity you've never had before. All right, here we are again, and now that you have Jung's first tools in your hands, it's time to focus. Because feeling like someone misses you isn't enough. You want to be sure, right? You want to know if that rush in your chest, that dream you can't shake, is real or just a trick of your mind. So take a deep breath, because in this third part, we're going to separate truth from illusion, and I promise, by the end, you'll have a clarity you didn't expect. Ready to go deeper with Jung? First, let's talk about something that might be a little uncomfortable. What if you're the one projecting? Jung warned us that the unconscious doesn't always play fair. Sometimes when we miss someone, when we want them to think about us, our psyche can create a story that isn't fully real, like seeing a mirage in the desert. You want it to be water, but it's just sand. So ask yourself, am I feeling this person because they really miss me, or because I want them to? Be honest, there's no judgment here, only truth. Pause for a second. Think of that person again. What do you feel when you imagine they miss you? Is it a warm, peaceful joy? Or is there a trace of anxiety, of desperate hope? Because Jung would say your emotions are the key. If what you feel is mixed with fear or need, I hope they miss me, because then I'll feel worthy. You might be projecting your own insecurities. But if it's a calm sensation, almost a certainty that needs no explanation, then it's more likely you are picking up something real. What do you feel? Take a moment to listen to yourself. This is important. Now let's say it's not just projection. How can you confirm someone really misses you without them saying it? One of the most powerful signs, according to Jung, lies in patterns. The unconscious loves patterns. It's like its favorite language. Have you noticed that this person keeps showing up in your life in unexpected but consistent ways? Maybe they don't message you, but a mutual friend mentions their name out of nowhere. Or you find yourself at a place you used to go together, and on that day, you feel their presence stronger than ever. That's not coincidence. It's your unconscious minds weaving a thread between you. Let me give you an example. Imagine you have an ex who hasn't spoken to you for months. Suddenly you start dreaming about them, hearing their favorite song on the radio, and one day, without even looking, you see something on social media that screams them. Coincidence? Jung would say no. When someone misses you, their unconscious finds ways to speak to yours through the outside world. They don't have to say it. Their soul is screaming it, and your psyche is hearing it. Has this happened to you recently? Reflect on that, because patterns don't lie. But here's a warning. Not everyone who misses you deserves your attention. And that's where self-love comes into play. Jung didn't just want us to understand others. He wanted us to protect ourselves. Imagine you feel someone misses you. The dreams, the signs, everything fits. But this person hurt you in the past. What do? Chase after them because at least they miss you? No, my friend. Jung would say that's your shadow speaking. The part of you that seeks external validation instead of internal love. Think of it like this. Your energy is a treasure. Every time you let someone into your life, you're sharing that treasure. If they miss you but don't respect you, don't value you, or drain you, is it worth opening that door again? Jung teaches that relationships should be a reflection of our authenticity, not a burden that pulls us away from it. So if you feel that someone misses you, ask yourself, do they miss who I really am or who they want me to be? Because there is a big difference, and your inner peace depends on you seeing it. Let's take a pause here. I want you to do something with me. Imagine that the person you have in mind is standing right in front of you. Close your eyes if you can, or simply visualize. What would you say if you knew they missed you? Would you welcome them, or would you set a boundary? Feel that answer in your body, because your intuition never lies. Jung believed that the body is a messenger of the unconscious, and if you feel tension or relief when imagining this conversation, it's telling you something. What did you feel? Hold on to that feeling. We will use it later. Now let's talk about another sign, emotional chaos. Have you ever had days when you felt like you were on a roller coaster for no apparent reason? One minute you're fine, the next you feel sadness, nostalgia, or even anger, and you don't know why. Jung would say this could be someone else's unconscious leaking into yours. When someone misses you intensely, their energy doesn't always come as a warm hug. Sometimes it arrives like a whirlwind, because they themselves are drowning in their own emotions. And if you are energetically connected to this person, you will feel that echo. Think about it. Have you had one of those strange days recently? A day when your emotions didn't make any sense? Now connect the dots. Did it coincide with a thought about that person? Because if it did, you're not crazy. You're tuning into something real. But here's the trick. You can't stay stuck in it. Jung invites us to face those emotions and ask, what is this showing me? What do I need to heal within myself? Because even if someone misses you, it's not your job to carry their storm. It's your job to keep your own light burning. And speaking of light, here's another clue. People who miss you sometimes leave breadcrumbs without realizing it. Jung didn't call it exactly that, but it fits the idea of how the unconscious leaks into the conscious world. Maybe this person doesn't message you directly, but they post something on social media that feels like a coded message, a phrase that would speak directly to you, a photo that revives a shared memory. Or maybe they say nothing, but their silence speaks louder than words. Have you noticed anything like that? Because the unconscious isn't always subtle, you just have to learn to read it. But wait, it gets even more interesting. Jung believed in the collective unconscious, a kind of shared mind that all of us tap into. And sometimes, when someone misses you, you don't just feel their energy, you feel how their absence echoes through the world around you. For example, have you had conversations with others where they randomly mention this person? Maybe a friend says, "Today I thought of someone," the kind, and you immediately think of them. That's the collective unconscious weaving its magic, connecting the dots for you. So in this third part, we talked about how to differentiate projection from reality, about patterns, emotional chaos, and the breadcrumbs left by the unconscious. But we're still missing a key piece. What do you do with all this? In the next session, we're going to close this journey with a final stroke of clarity and a call for you to love yourself above all else. Don't go anywhere, because what's coming next is the heart of this message, and it will leave you with a strength you didn't even know you had. We've arrived at the end of this journey, and if you stayed with me until now, you're holding a map in your hands, a map that Carl Jung drew to help you discover not only if someone misses you without saying it, but also how to use that truth to transform yourself. Because this isn't just about them. It's about you, your power, your light. So take a deep breath, because now we're going to put all the pieces together and give you the push you need to act. Ready to close this circle with strength? Let's recap for a second. We talked about dreams that wake you, with a knot in your chest, the intuition you can't ignore, the synchronicities the universe places in your path. We explored how someone's unconscious can reach out to yours, how patterns and emotional chaos give you clues, and how to tell if what you feel is real or just an echo of your own desires. But here's the question that changes everything. What do you do with it now? Because knowing someone misses you is not the end of the road. It's the beginning of a decision. Imagine you have all the signs, the dreams are there, the synchronicities don't lie, and your intuition tells you this person is thinking about you even if their lips are sealed. Now Jung would say, this is the moment to look at your shadow, yes, that part of you that sometimes prefers to hide your fears, your wounds, your need to be loved. Because if you feel someone misses you, and that excites you but also scares you, there's something inside you that needs attention. Ask yourself, am I seeking in them something I should be giving myself? Pause here with me. I want you to feel this in your body. Imagine that person misses you, but you are whole, strong, at peace with yourself. How does that feel? Relief, empowerment, or maybe a bit of sadness because you're not quite there yet? Because Jung teaches us that true love, whether for others or for ourselves, does not come from lack, it comes from wholeness. If someone misses you and you are well with yourself, this connection can be beautiful. But if you depend on their nostalgia to feel valuable, you are handing over your power. So here is the most important message of all. If self-love is your compass, it doesn't matter if that person misses you with all their heart. If they do not uplift you, if they do not respect your essence, if they do not walk alongside you as an equal, then their missing you is not enough. Jung believed that relationships should be a reflection of our authenticity, a space where we can be who we are, without masks. So if you feel that someone misses you, ask yourself, do they miss my light? Or do they miss what I represent for them? Because you deserve more than being just an echo of someone else. Let's talk about relationships for a moment. Have you ever been with someone who made you feel small? Maybe they didn't say it with words, but their actions dimmed your light, made you doubt yourself. And yet, when they walked away, you could feel that they missed you. What did you do with that? Did you run back hoping that their missing you meant love? Jung would say this is the moment to stop, because true love doesn't drain you. It inspires you, and if someone misses you but doesn't value you, their feelings are more about them than about you. Think about it. Your life is like a garden. You decide which plants you let grow and which ones you pull out by the roots. Someone may miss you, but if their presence in your life feels like a weed choking your growth, you have the power to say no. And when you do that, when you release what no longer serves you, something magical happens. Your energy changes. You start attracting people who truly see you, who celebrate you, who don't just miss you in silence but seek you out with action, with respect, with real love. Isn't that what you deserve? Now here's Jung's final touch. Synchronicity doesn't just show you who misses you, it shows you who you are. Every time you feel these signs, every time the universe places this person on your path, it's an invitation to reconnect with yourself. Maybe the longing you perceive isn't just theirs, it's yours too. A call to return to your own essence, to the dreams you left behind, to that version of yourself who shines without asking for permission. What part of yourself have you been missing? Because Jung would say this is the real secret. It's not just about them, it's about what they awaken in you. Let's do a final exercise. Close your eyes for a second, or just imagine it with me. Visualize the person you think misses you. Now imagine you're standing next to them, looking at yourself in a mirror. What do you see? Are you smiling? Or is there a shadow in your eyes? If you see yourself happy, strong, complete, maybe this connection is worth exploring. But if you see yourself dimmed, insecure, sacrificing pieces of who you are, then it's time to let go. Feel this decision in your heart, because you have the power to choose. And speaking of choosing, here's my call to you. This video isn't just for you to listen to and move on with your day, it's for you to act. If this resonated with you, if you felt a yes inside while I was speaking, do something with it. Share this message with someone who needs to hear it. A friend, a family member, someone who's seeking answers just like you. Because when you share this, you don't just help others. You help this knowledge reach more souls who need it. Leave a comment below. I want to know what impacted you the most. Was it the dreams, the synchronicity, or perhaps this truth about self-love? Tell me who you think misses you and what you're going to do about it. Your words don't just inspire me, they inspire everyone who reads them in this community. We're building together. And if you haven't subscribed yet, do it now. Activate the notification bell, because every week I bring more of this. Truths that wake you up, that make you question everything, that empower you. Before you go, let me share something personal. Making this video wasn't just about writing a script. It was a reminder of my own journey. There was a time when I, too, looked for signs, wondering if someone missed me, wondering if I was worthy. And thanks to Jung, I understood that the answer isn't out there. It's within me. And now I pass this torch to you. You have the power to decide who deserves your energy, your time, your love. So tell me, do you dare to listen to your truth? Do you dare to release what doesn't lift you up and embrace what does? Thank you for being here, for being part of this. I'll see you in the next video, because this isn't the end. It's the beginning of something big. Remember, change begins with you, and I'll be here to walk with you every step of the way. I'll be waiting for you.